Hello and welcome to Nice to Meet You, a place where we want to strengthen relationships in the industry by highlighting what others are doing in the business. My name's Denise, and today I have the privilege of introducing my very good friend, Curtis Marshall from Dental Intel. Hey, friend, how's it going?
Hey, so I'm doing so well. And once again, we mentioned this earlier, but I love your energy. Thank you so much for having me on today.
I was joking as you're welcome as earlier. And I told Curtis, maybe he's my spirit animal, right? As we have that same hype man, hype woman thing going on.
We totally do. And especially it gets even, and here's the problem. If you guys are ever with us when we're together in an event, it's like magnified.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When
Yeah.
you're looking for the party, find us if we're there together. Well, let's start right off, Curtis. I know about you, but let's tell everyone. Tell me about yourself. Tell me what you do, everything about you. Go for it.
Well, yeah. So first off, Curtis Marshall. I've been in dental for now over a decade. Absolutely love it. Eat, drink, sleep, dream, the whole bit. Dental. In fact, I was talking to one of my team members who's getting all on fours on his bottom,
Oh, yeah.
and I was telling him. So I got cosmetic work done on mine as well, and he said, I'm really nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. And I go, Ben, listen, it's going to be the best thing you ever done. And he goes, well, other than getting married. I'm like, no, even more than getting married. It's the best thing because dentistry is so amazing.
Yes.
And what we're able to do and what the dentists are able to do for patients is we're changing lives. And that's my passion. That's what I do here at Dental Intel. I help doctors however I can on changing lives. And so that's kind of a little bit about me and who I am.
That's awesome. How did you get on this path? What brought you to this?
Getting married. My wife's family had a two-op location, and a location with two operatories, right?
Okay.
And he had two sons that were graduating from dental school, and he said, you know what, I like to practice with them. So he went from two operatories, and he was doing about $1.5 million per year, just crushing it.
Wow. That's good.
Built a 14 op building, a building with 14 operatories.
Wow.
And said, all right, I need to start getting new patients in though. I need to start going because I want to have enough patients for my sons to work with me. Right.
Yeah.
He then went to my father-in-law went to an event, and they were basically saying, hey, if you're looking for good quality people, yes, people within dentistry is good, but look outside of dentistry. Look at people who are outside of the dentistry and bring them in for because they can learn dentistry just like anyone else.
Right.
And they pitched me the idea, and I told them no. And then I told them no again. I told them no a handful of the times because I hate the smell of a dental office. Hate it. The burning teeth. Are you kidding me? And the people coming out with our gauze all in their mouth. I hate it. Right. So I said no over and over again, but they finally talked me into it. And really I'm so glad that they did, because it's something that's just in my DNA now. Absolutely love the dental field.
And my God, you bring so much to it. I mean, everyone knows you. I for those of you, if you're on my Instagram, I do, I'll go, whenever I go to events, I take this board, which by the way, I have an upgraded board now. So
I need to do it.
I take this board and I'll have people write on it. Well, Curtis wrote on my board. And when I posted it, my goodness, on LinkedIn, that was the most likes and comments I had. I'm like, this dude is popular. You're quite in the industry, my friend.
Well, it's and the people who you really see are doing well in dentistry, it is that, like, they love it. It's not they're trying to make a buck. It's not that they're trying to con you over. Those people, you'll see right through them, which is why you and I get along so well. Right. And because we're very real. It's not like you know what? It's a good idea to make money and I'm going to go try to
Yeah.
do. No,
No.
it's not that.
Right.
And so I think that's what's so powerful with many people in dentistry, but that's definitely something you and I have.
Yeah, I have to agree because I have a passion for it. I have a passion for customer service and I think that we are lacking that in our industry. Another thing I think we're lacking in our industry is we've gotten this bad rap of being boring. And dentistry doesn't have to be boring. So what I always appreciate about you and I pattern myself after is like bring the fun. Like, come on, let's, you know what I mean? It's like we can have some fun and still do the job. So I agree with you. The people that are trying to ring the cash register, you kind of see them. I've never gotten that vibe off of you. And I believe that you really are authentic and it really shows. I appreciate that. And I know a
Thanks,
lot of
Liz.
people do. I know a lot of people do. Let me ask
What?
you another question. If you
Okay. What?
could,
Really quick, one way to make it fun: offer nitrous to all your patients. That's super fun. Even
you know
competing
what? For
patients.
all you dentists, are you paying attention? Did you hear what he just said? It's true.
Offer nitrous that will make it, they'll have so much more fun. Anyway,
It's true.
sorry, I
I
interrupted
worked
you.
in pediatrics for 17 years, and I am telling you, these kids would come in and they would, it was like, who switched the babies once we put the nitrous on? I'm like, oh my God, totally different. So I get it. So, okay, Curtis, tell me, if you could change something in the industry, wave that magic wand, what would it be and how would you do it? Tell us.
Man, that's a super cool way to phrase it. Because there are so many things that people say, oh, this is fantastic or whatnot. But really, if we want to improve, we need to know what we want to be improving, right?
Mhm.
So I do an article for some newspapers, for publications. They're not
Mhm.
newspapers anymore. We don't have those.
Right.
But for some publications in the dental field, and it's called The Naked Dentist.
Okay.
And as the naked dentist, I'm not a dentist, nor am I naked, but I do take off all of the clothes, mist, makeup, accessories, everything off of a dental practice and find the true areas that need to be improved upon,
Wow.
right? Rather than just saying, hey, get healthier. No, in that example, oh, after we can see everything, I can see that your triceps need working on. So that's what we're going to focus on. So your question of what would I ultimately change if I had a magic wand in the dental field?
Right.
Uh, it would be that patients truly don't look at insurance,
Ooh.
that they're looking at it for their health care and
Mhm.
not for insurance. So if that's something that if I could really change that, mix up that magic wand, that's what
Mhm.
it'd be. And one way that I don't know, there's a lot of ways to overcome that, I think, but it really comes down to education,
Yep.
unfortunately, right now.
Yep.
But that would be my number one, and because it goes back to when I talk to somebody, even my friends
Mhm.
who have dental insurance, and they have 3 dentists in between their house and and where they work, and they haven't been in the dental office in 2 to 3 years. It's like, you don't get it, right?
Yes.
And so that's what I would do. That's what I would change.
That's I love that answer. I love that because being that I worked front office for so long, there were so many people likewise that needed work and they were so insurance driven. And it's like, you have a toothache, but you're still waiting to see what your insurance is going to cover. You're right. That would be amazing. It looks like we're kind of more offices are heading in the direction of getting rid of the insurance, but you're right. The patient information
There's
and
a
education is
there's
key.
a talk and a desire for it,
Hmm.
but and obviously the more you listen, the more you're going to see offices who are
Right.
leaving or going to fee for service, right?
Hmm.
But really, it's not it's not changing, because
Right.
people think that this dental insurance truly is insurance. It's
Yes.
not.
Right.
It's like a benefit.
Right.
It's not a insurance, because if it is insurance, then that means I could get, if I busted my mouth and I needed everything fixed, that means that they cover everything. They only
Exactly.
cover up to $1,000 or $2,000 per year.
Yep. Yep.
So that,
You know what I used to say when I would present? I would say, I'd like you to think of this insurance like a coupon at the market. So you need to go grocery shopping and you have this coupon and you're going to get a couple bucks off, but you still have to pay for your groceries. You cannot walk out of the store with a basket of groceries based on a coupon. And I put that in my case presentation, and that seemed to be something that people could click with because everybody goes grocery shopping. Some of them still didn't like it, but when I present it, I would say that every time because they need to shift how they think about it, you know?
huge nugget, because if I have coupons, right? If I go to Costco, right?
Mhm.
And I really need some tri-tip for Thanksgiving, right? Because I don't do turkey, I do tri-tip instead. FYI,
I need to
right?
come to your house.
And if that's the case, right? And I've got all these coupons for everything else. Oh, I don't have a coupon for the meat. Well, I guess I'm not getting it.
Right.
No, you still get it, but you do take advantage, and you might by buying a toothbrushes that you typically didn't, extra Sonicares that you didn't need necessarily, but you got a coupon for it. Same
Mhm.
thing in dental.
Yep.
Oh, they will pay for my fluoride. I may not have typically got that, but okay,
Mhm.
I'll throw that on there.
Right. And that is why
That's
I
brilliant,
use that. Thank
Denise.
you. That's something that when I train people with next level case presentation, I am adamant about them using that particular, to use that because everybody goes to the grocery store. So
Mhm.
everyone gets that. And just like you said, you're going to get the tri-tip because you're going to have Thanksgiving without meat, so yeah, so great. Well, I love that you were able to express this about insurance because I think like you said, people are starting to talk about it, but I don't think we're talking about it enough. So who knows, we may have to have a follow-up discussion about this down the road. So thank you, Curtis,
Well,
for coming on.
and one reason why that's so top of mind right now is
Mhm.
we are working on a new product to be released in 2023
Tell us.
that it's insurance related. All I can
Okay.
say is that right now. It is going to blow everything out. Like it's going to be super impressive on what's coming out now that we have all this data and information,
Mhm.
and also patient communication. It's going to be pretty cool what we can now do with all this here at Dental Intelligence.
Mhm.
We're coming out with a new feature that's
Ooh,
gonna knock your socks off. So
nice.
get
Okay,
ready,
everybody.
2023.
You guys hear this. So if you haven't taken a look at Dental Intelligence, they're amazing. They're coming out with something for insurance. Pay attention, people. Check it out. Curtis is the guy, but everyone's there great because I worked in an office. And for those 12 years, out of those 12 years, that particular office, we use Dental Intel and Medento, connected with them. So I can say firsthand, having worked with this product, you guys are great. And so anyone watching, you're looking for something out there to help you, especially now with insurance and as well as other things, check them out, check them out, check them
Check
out.
it out.
Right? Curtis, thank you for coming on and visiting and telling us about what you do. And it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope to see you at one of the upcoming conventions soon.
Can't wait. It's gonna be great. And to everyone else, hope
Yeah.
you have a great day.
Thank you. And for everyone else, thank you for joining us. And until next time, make it happen.